Hey guys, it's Prince with App, and today we have the highly anticipated DJI Avata 2, and we're just gonna go ahead and quickly unbox this and show you what comes with it. So opening up, first thing I see is this scan QR code before you first use the product. Alright, so the first box that I see here, it's the new Motion Controller 3. It's definitely a lot smaller than the first one, which I will show you guys later in the video. Darker gray tone to it. I can see that it has this new trigger that allows the drone to go backwards, which is kind of cool. Feels good. I also see that the record button is down here next to your finger, which is actually kind of a nice spot so you don't accidentally press this. But yeah, the new controller is pretty nice. We'll set that there. Lanyard to keep it from falling off your hand. Instruction manual. And in here, looks like we have some extra propellers, which definitely gonna need these if you are flying FPV drones, how people tend to fly them, which are very aggressive, doing maneuvers, and most likely will crash. So having these extra are very nice. It is cool too that they gave us 4, because I bought the original Avata 1 and they only gave us 2, so giving us 4 in this one is actually pretty nice to see. All right, what's next? USB-C charging cable. And what is in here? So this looks like a guard for the forehead, which we will open this later. And these are just covers for the goggles as well, to make sure that when you place them down when you're outside, that the sun's not beaming on the lenses, because you can damage them. And then this just looks like another USB-C to USB adapter. So that's what's in this part of the box. All right, getting to the meat and potatoes. The new goggles. So starting off, this feels a little bit heavier than originally, but I will say also lighter, because of this is actually the battery. So before, the battery was separate, but also it has this nice cushioned forehead piece, which I will show. These are the antennas. And there's also a new feature right here. There's actually like a control knob here, which I'm assuming that's to go through all of the menus throughout the headset. In the first version of the goggles, it was actually just a touchpad right here that you'd had to swipe through. So having this be like an actual analog, and you can feel and hear the clicks going through here, which is actually pretty nice. All right. There's also a knob back here to loosen and tighten the headset. So basically like a one size fits all on that front. So goggles look awesome. Now, for what we're all waiting for, especially me. All right, so this is the new Avata 2. Just me holding it, it is definitely lighter than the first version. Set this off to the side a little bit. Narrower instead of being taller, so that's also pretty cool. And I'm noticing that the battery pack is like this. And it's nice little push on the side and pull out. The battery is also a lot narrower than the original battery. So that is what comes in the DJI Avata 2 unboxing. Now I'm gonna show you guys what the original Avata looks like. I have a personal one here. So if we wanna just put this to the side so far, this is what the original DJI Avata looks like. It's more compact and a lot taller, so seeing the differences like this is very, very interesting. I've also noticed that before, the SD card reader was in a very awkward spot underneath the propeller, very hard to get to and to try to pull out. And I can see that the new model, it's actually right here. There's nothing constricting it or blocking it, which is very, very nice to see. The body feels lighter. Like, this has the battery already placed inside of the drone, and this one doesn't, and they honestly almost feel equal. So to compare the batteries really quickly, this is the Avata 2 battery, and this is the Avata 1 battery. So you can see this is a lot thicker, it's wider, it's a little bit heavier. The milliamps are different. I do believe this has 2420 milliamp battery, and this is a 2150 milliamp battery, which is kind of interesting. The flight time on this, they say that it's about 15 to 17 minutes with a bigger battery. This is a smaller battery, but the flight time is actually longer with 23-minute flight time, which I'm very excited to give this a try when I'm able to. And I also want to compare just the remotes, so you can see the size difference. This is drastic size difference. The record button is kind of higher up here rather than being a little bit lower. Facing the front of it, you can see that they added a joystick, which allows you to do kind of like orbits around items or any objects that you're looking for. The brake button is smaller, so this is the brake button on the original controller, and this one is a smaller orange button. Just looking at it and feeling it, this feels a lot more secure. Even though like this one already has a lanyard on here, this just feels a lot better. So I like the changes so far on this. Can't wait to give this a try. They also have a couple new modes with this drone where you can do a one push flip. So it'll do a back flip, it'll do a front flip, it'll do, you know, a barrel roll. So that is awesome. And then also, just real quick, obviously to move the drones forward, you would obviously just push the trigger down. And with this controller, you can only go forward. With this one, they have like this extra slot right here, which obviously us pushing the trigger down will make us go forward. But if you go up like this, it also makes the drone go backwards, which is a world changer. It opens up a lot more things that we can do with this drone. So that'll be very interesting. And the last thing I want to showcase is the headset. So this is the original headset. And right here, I still have my sticker on here, but there's a touchpad here, which again, this is what I was showing, how you go through the menu options. Now you can also tell that there is nothing here on the back. So how do you power it? You need an extra battery, which is obviously separate from the headset itself. And then you connect the battery to the headset via wire. So now we already have one wire, where this one is completely wireless. Now I personally bought a bracket for my battery so that I can clip this battery to the back of it. So that way I don't have to carry or hold the battery in like a pocket. It's just attached to the back of it. So it's actually kind of cool that someone created this little function. And comparing it to the new goggle, you obviously can see that they placed it in themselves. So that's just a quick overview and showcase of what comes in the box, and kind of like a quick overview of just the differences in between the Avata 2 and the Avata 1. Stay tuned, because we will be making a video on how this one flies and maybe a full comparison. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.